This is the Reds Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good afternoon, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the Postcast brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. My name is Tim Daniel, lifelong Reds fan. I'm my second season here at Locked On covering the team. I want to thank you for spending some time with us as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds getting a series win at Yankee Stadium against the New York Yankees with a 4-1 win today. Today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDON to get $20 off your first purchase. And on today's show, the Cincinnati Reds win 2 straight series against New York teams. Actually, 3 technically if you count the Mets series earlier in the year. So the Kings of New York. Chase Burns has another really fun outing today where he looks pretty dominant. Tyler Stephenson hits a huge home run, and we're going to celebrate a moment in Reds history today once again. All of that and a whole lot more. Let's go ahead and let's get started.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Start spreading the news, folks. The Cincinnati Reds are the Kings of New York. After today's win against the New York Yankees, the Reds are now 6-3 on the season against the 2 New York teams, being the Mets and Yankees, winning 2 out of 3 in all 3 series matchups against those teams. So therefore, on a technicality, that means yes, the Reds are the best team of New York teams. Them's the rules. But anyway, all joking aside, today was an extremely well-played game by the Reds today, by the way. So it was just really nice to see them go out there, take care of business, and hit the road, try to get a little bit more momentum before they come home for the dreaded long NL Central stretch they have now the next 3 series between the 2 Milwaukee series and the Pirates series. And you are getting Paul Goldschmidt in one of those games in the Pirates series as of things stand right now. So we'll see if that changes. But now you know, you feel a little better about where they're at. Obviously, a lot of road to go. They're 37-39 after today. But the fact that they went in there and won against a really good Yankees team and held them to 1 run, yesterday held them to 2 runs. That tells you a lot about how good the defense was. I mean, how good the pitching and defense were in these 2 games between Abbott's start yesterday, Chase Burns' start, which we're going to get to here in a second. And then you see the bullpen both days really kind of holds it down. Tony Santillan today, freaking awesome. 2 inning saves and just quick. What did he throw? How many pitches? He threw 12 pitches today and got 6 outs. Pretty darn good. Maybe Tony Santillan's getting onto something here. Let me pull this up real quick. Just kind of now genuinely curious what his last 7 look like. Tony Santillan's last 7, he has not given up a run. He's thrown 6 and 2 innings. He's got 2 saves, only 4 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts. His whip is 0.6. Let's go a little further on that. You know, I like my trends. His last 15, he does have a 4.61 ERA, but he has 3 saves, 13 2/3 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, 4 walks, and a 1.24 whip. Also, thank you all so much for Happy Father's Day. I'm getting really excited after this. I'm going to dinner with my daughter. She wanted to take me to Cece's Pizza to celebrate Father's Day today. So we're going to have some red celebratory pizza. So that was nice to see. Caleb Ferguson had his first really solid outing in a while. I think he's been good. He's had some weird outings of late, but I feel like today was kind of a nice step in the right direction. And then Sam Maul today obviously picks up the inning after Burns and does give up a hit, but the bullpen today goes 3 innings of no-run baseball and has 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. You'll take that from your bullpen every day of the week. So huge performance there as well. And then offensively, Blake Dunn again, man, 3 times on base. He had a great series. He had a really good series here. He's done a really good job, and you can just see the improvements he's making consistently as part of this team. I mean, his batting average is still 289. And making a case to be, as Pierre puts it here, an everyday center fielder for this team. So let's see if he can keep that going. I feel pretty confident in him right now. He's been really, really solid. Noelvi Marte today with 2 big hits, including an add-on run. For how good the Reds were defensively in this series, the Yankees were not. Jason Dominguez, I think, has all the talent in the world. And he plays for the best team in the American League. And he cannot locate a ball in the air for the life of him. I don't get it. For a guy who is like so highly touted, a guy that was mentioned as a prospect at the same levels of Elly De La Cruz, he is nowhere near the same level as Elly De La Cruz. Still, I think he's still going to be a really good player, but the way he played right field throughout this series cost the Yankees some runs. Feel like Yankees fans pretty mad. And then Jazz Chisholm too, that play, heads up Spencer Steer play on that too. So Spencer Steer hits what should have been a single, runs it into a double because Jazz Chisholm just like has as they say in Major League, has some Ole BS. And then as he's taking second, whoever was playing center field for the Yankees at the time, it was Caballero, has a horrible throw to second, goes to the backstop. Spencer Steer takes third, which leads to Noelvi Marte getting that nice add-on double. So just a really nice day for the Reds. Really solid performance for them, and always good to see, especially because there's a really good chance when Chase Burns takes the hill, you're getting the dub.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
As Pierre puts it, Ace Burns. High emphasis on the ace. 9-1 after today. And today wasn't his sharpest. Goes 5 innings, barely. You can tell he's not locating his slider. He has 3 strikeouts, gives up the homer to Ben Rice, and just still finds a way to battle. 7 strikeouts today, does have 5 hits, but he's been really good. Obviously that pickoff play with him and Sal Stewart ended up being huge, where he gets, because Ben Rice right after that hits a solo shot, or else it's 2 there that they get on the board. So that ended up being really big. We talk about this all the time, but the National League Central alone with starting pitchers, this is a division that has Chase Burns, Paul Skeens, and Jacob Mizorowski all in the same division. And Chase Burns is the highest WAR. Well, actually, no, he doesn't. Mizorowski has the highest WAR, but barely. But all 3 of those guys are incredible. Like, having to face those guys multiple times a year, that's got to be pretty tough. So he brought his ERA down to just 2. He is 2 flat right now. And, he's a guy that if you go trends, he's got so many trends that like everything just looks good his way right now. His last 15 start. Okay, well, that's actually his whole season. So his last 7 starts, he's 5-0. He's gone 38 2/3 innings. In that 38 2/3 innings, he's only given up 8 runs. He has 54 strikeouts in that time. 54 strikeouts in the last 7 for Chase Burns. So let's just put it that way. Only 13 walks. Jeff Carr's in the chat today. So how about that? We never get to see Jeff in the chat. Hey, good to see you, buddy. The things they get from Chase Burns right now are just unbelievable and really exciting to see. So he's going to make the All-Star team for sure. I don't know if he's going to start. He probably should, but he's in a division. He's in a league with Skeens, Mizorowski, Ohtani. There's a lot of guys there he's going to have to compete against for that spot. But today wasn't his sharpest, but still was pretty darn good. Both starts this week wasn't his best and still really darn good. So things are turning up from the Chase Burns world. But hey, Tyler Stevenson also had a big day today, giving the most important hit of the game. Let's talk about that and more right after this. This episode of the Postcast is brought to you by our friends over at Game Time. As you know, there's nothing like being at Great American Ballpark to catch a Cincinnati Reds game. When you're there live, the excitement, the fans, the joy, everyone in the same stadium rooting for the same thing. The only problem is getting tickets can be a little difficult. Long queues, surprise fees, prices jumping at checkout. Never fear, Game Time is here. The Game Time app gives fans the advantage with constant innovation. It's how you unlock amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. It's simple to use. The Game Time guarantee means you get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time at the best price. And here's the best part. Fees are included in the price you see. So what you see is what you pay, period. As you know, here at Locked On Reds, we are very big fans of Game Time. We go down there, we grab a drink or two before we head into the ballpark at the Banks. We'll grab maybe a little bite to eat somewhere like Condado or the Holy Grail. And that's when we'll start looking at Game Time about 35, 45 minutes before first pitch and see what's out there. But say you aren't like us and you haven't been to the Great American Ballpark and you want to catch a Reds game, that's where the seat view feature comes in hand. You can see a panoramic view from your exact seat before you buy, so you know exactly the view, what you're looking at. Say you're just looking at a certain section of the stadium, you don't care what seat you sit in. Never fear. Zone deals let you pick the section and save even more while Game Time selects the seat. You can follow the Reds around too. If you want to go catch them in Pittsburgh next week at PNC Park, you can get alerts when new deals drop. 2 taps and it's done. No stress, no hidden fees, just great seats and minutes. That's what makes it so easy to decide last minute to catch a game. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKDOWN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDON for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. This episode is also brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. If you've got a sweet tooth like I do, you know how tough it is to find that perfect treat without all the sugar. That's why Cotton Candy 5 Hour Energy Shot brings that nostalgic flavor back in a whole new way. This is that classic cotton candy taste you remember, with a tasty caffeine boost and zero sugar. It's a quick, easy way to satisfy that sweet craving while keeping things simple and on the go. I've always loved cotton candy, but I can't be eating sweets all day. This is a perfect alternative. The flavor really does bring that throwback fruity vanilla vibe, and it's surprisingly smooth. It's also extremely convenient. A small portable shot you grab whenever you need a little pick-me-up. It's kind of become my go-to when I need something sweet without going overboard. If I need something to give me that little boost before I go to the gym or go on a mile run, 5-Hour Energy has been there for me. Bring on the sweetness with cotton candy 5-Hour Energy shots. Available online now at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. And lastly, we are brought to you by our friends over at Kalshi. Baseball season is here, and now you can trade every game on Kalshi. Say you're looking ahead to tomorrow's Cincinnati Reds matchup against the Milwaukee Brewers, and you think it's finally time. It's finally time the Reds beat the Brewers. They haven't done it in what feels like a lifetime. Tomorrow's the day. Well, right now, the Reds are trading at a 40% chance to win tomorrow against the Brewers, which means if you put down a $100 bet, you'll receive and the Reds do get the victory, you'll receive a $239.92 payout. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house, and as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code LOCKEDON to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything, literally anything. If you've got feelings about the 2026 NBA draft on Tuesday, Kalshi's got you covered. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Price values and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, visit kalshi.com/regulatory. Thank you all so much for spending some time with me here on the Postcast as we discuss a great Father's Day series win. Love Father's Day. Love Reds wins against the New York Yankees today. And if you are an everydayer, please go ahead and up your game and join the Everydayer Club. So you want to check it out for a little bit. You got a 7-day free trial. And if you like it after there, you get $5 a month or $50 a year at lockedonreds.supercast.com. You get access to ad-free episodes of all your favorite Locked On shows. And you also get access to our Discord chat. We're in there talking ball with all of you. So check out lockedonreds.supercast. So much more. Let's get to our turning point in today's game, and it's probably a pretty easy one, I would say.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Tyler Stephenson's 4th inning home run that put 3 runs on the board for the Reds, put them up 3-1, increased the Reds' win probability by 32.7% with that shot today. And that puts the Reds ahead, and they don't look back. They go ahead and get an add-on run, as we mentioned, in the 9th when Noelvi Marte gets a ground rule double because Jason Dominguez has no idea how to field corner outfield. That put the Reds at 97% win probability. So today, Tyler Stephenson gives him that big hit, and I know it's been a really up and down year for him, but that's one of those ones he definitely needed. And he's a guy who's kind of, been up and down, I know, but he's kind of starting to come around a little bit more. His last 15, he's got a 383 on slugging, 280 on base. Not great, but a couple homers, walks are good in there. So we're starting to see him kind of get back to action. But where he's really improved, obviously, it's almost like he's become a better defensive player than offensive player, which I don't know if any of us would have said that last year, but his ability with ABS is so impressive. And the way that he just kind of owns it is really, really cool. Obviously him, when PJ Higgins is up, he's doing a really good job with it as well. Trevino, I haven't seen do a whole lot. I don't think he's been bad with it necessarily. But seeing Stevenson handle that and just kind of give advantages. Chase Burns, you saw it in one of his last at-bats. They called it a ball, and then Stevenson challenged it immediately and got a strike out of it to turn it to a K. I want to say that was against Bellinger, maybe. I can't 100% remember. But, Tyler Stevenson, you look at Chase Burns' growth, Tyler Stevenson's growth has to be recognized as well. So that's been nice to see. I am going to go ahead and do our this season Reds history, but first I'm going to go ahead and do the wrap up of the game. So the Reds are, in fact, winners today over the New York Yankees, taking the series 4-1. The Reds have 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. The Yankees have 1 run on 7 hits, 2 errors. Chase Burns is your winning pitcher. He is now 9-1 with a 2 ERA. Elmer Rodriguez takes the loss. He is 0-2 with a 4.76 ERA. And Tony Santillan gets his 5th save of the season. Tomorrow, the Reds are back at GABP, and the Milwaukee Brewers come to town. And we all know what history says about the Reds-Brewers matchups. But to the Reds' benefit, the Brewers are starting Brandon Woodruff tomorrow. If you don't know, Brandon Woodruff was on the IL for a long time, and he's making his first outing since April 30th. So the Reds may just have a chance to get to him before he gets comfortable. So first pitch will be at 7:10 there at GABP. So you'll see me about 10:30 or so tomorrow night. But want to go ahead and end today on another This Day in Reds history because it's one of the most important days in my lifetime as a Reds fan and probably Reds history altogether. But Father's Day, 24 years ago, Ken Griffey Jr. hits his 500th career home run against the St. Louis Cardinals. And I wanted to mention this one because it's one of those days where the thing I don't think people remember the most about is they obviously remember the homer. They remember Ken Griffey Jr. being there and the crowd, and they remember that cool moment when Griffey crosses home plate, goes over and gives him the hug. He's got the blue Father's Day wristband around his 20-inch pythons. Looks great. But he hit 499 a week before. It was like the Sunday before. And I remember just every single day waiting for 500. It was just like you just kept watching every at bat. They were cutting in on television every time he was going up there. So waiting for him to get that 500th. And obviously just a really cool moment that ended up being on Father's Day. And Ken Griffey Sr.'s there. And they did it against St. Louis in Busch Stadium. That's always another plus as well. But I wanted to make sure I gave some love to one of my favorite all-time moments as a Cincinnati Reds fan. But everyone, I'm going to go enjoy Father's Day with my family. I'm really excited about it. I can't thank you all enough for spending some time with me on this Sunday. What a great weekend to be a Reds fan. I am so excited about this series win. Jeff says it here as well. So happily surprised by this series win as well. Don't forget, Jeff and Steve are going to be nailing down the rest of this series as well and telling you the deeper dive into the Reds Yankees weekend and getting you ready for the Brewers on Monday this week as well. Everyone, thank you all so much. I'm Tim Daniel. Go Red Legs. Happy Father's Day, and I will see you tomorrow.